Hi, it's Professor Jones here to um, give you some information and opportunity to do better in the course if you're not doing as so well right now. I have on here an adjusted schedule that I've come up with. I took a look at where people were at. Most people are, I can tell, are really working and really trying, and probably would definitely benefit from having the opportunity to finish up a couple of things in Chapter 1 and to have a little more time with Chapter 2. So I'd like to give you that opportunity, and I want to ask you to please listen carefully to this information. What I want to do is you look at the schedule that's on the screen. What I want to do, we're already done with the first week, and we're finishing up the second week of the course. And Exam 1 is to be completed today by 11:59 p.m. And that's still going to be the case, but here's the deal that I want to offer, and that is that I would like for everyone to open Exam 1, do a couple of problems in there and submit it so that you can study Exam 1 by going into Gradebook and reviewing it. There are only a few people who have taken Exam 1 at this point, and it looks like everyone who has taken it would probably appreciate the opportunity to improve that exam score. So I'd like to give you that opportunity, and what I am going to do is create an Exam 1B, and I will allow you to take that on Wednesday of this coming week, and also to finish up anything that you'd like to improve or complete from Chapters 1 and 2. You'll have until Wednesday to do that. So I'm going to open up the Chapters 1 and 2 homeworks, and I'm going to create a Chapter 1 Quiz B and a Chapter 2 Quiz B and an Exam 1B. Some of you did great on those quizzes, so you don't need to worry about Quiz 1B and quiz for Chapter 2B. You don't need to worry about those if you feel good about the score that you got on quiz for Chapter 1 and the quiz for Chapter 2. The B forms will just give you an opportunity to improve your score. You'll have until Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. to take advantage of this opportunity. So all homework from Chapters 1 and 2 will be available for you to improve scores. And if your quizzes were either undone or you did not feel you got a good score on the quiz, you would like to get a better score, then you can do the B form of the two quizzes, as well as the B form of Exam 1. So the key thing that I'm asking everyone to do is to make sure that you open and submit Exam 1 so that you can use that as a study tool for Exam 1B. And I will take whatever scores are highest, and that will be the score that goes for your quiz and for your exam. So this just gives you a little more time, and what we're going to do, what happened is there's a lot of material in Chapters 1, 2, and 3, a reasonable amount of material in Chapter 4, and much less material in Chapters 5, 6, and 8. So the way that we're going to do this is this coming week, for Chapter 3, you'll only need to work on the first 3 assignments. You can work ahead, of course, if you would like, but you'll be required to complete um, 3.1 homework, 3.2 homework, and 3.3 homework. And then next week, you'll be required to complete 3.4 through 3.7 and the quiz for Chapter 3. And that'll give you a little more time on the material in these first 3 chapters. So you will have to have 3.1 through 3.3 completed by the end of the week at 11:59 on next Sunday. But 3.4 through 3.7 and the quiz for Chapter 3 won't need to be completed until June 28th at 11:59. And then you will need to complete Chapter 4 material on during the week of June 29th, as well as the Chapter 4 quiz and the second exam. So the second exam, I'm changing the date that's due, and that won't be due until Sunday, July 5th at 11:59. Now, remember, whenever there's an exam, the homework will be due by 9 o'clock on the day an exam is due, just to make sure that you're working on the exam, starting the exam in time and not working homework when you should be working on the exam. So you should start your exam by 9 p.m. to ensure that you have the 2 hours allotted to complete it. So hope this helps. I hope that people will still continue to, you've been working very hard, most of you, and I really appreciate that. And I want to give you incentive to continue with that hard work. So just to summarize, you're going to have a chance to improve. I'll write this out in a document as well. And I would like for everyone to open exam 1 tonight before the due date shuts it down at 11:59, and make sure you submit that exam so you can use it as a review tool to prepare for exam 1B. Remember to review. You go into Gradebook, and there's a video on that. It says something, I forgot the title, but it's in D2L, and it says something about My Math Lab. So accessing things in My Math Lab, I think that's the title is somewhere along those lines. Look for the document. I'll be sending an email, and look for the document and the updated schedule in the email. Have a good night. And please, I know this is tough doing this in the summer. You have half the amount of time you would have if this were the regular school year. So every week in the fall or spring semester, every week of the summer schedule would be 2 weeks if it were fall or spring. So I would like for you to successfully complete this. Now notice we're back on our regular schedule though, when we get to the week of July 6th. So you still will be taking exam 3 at the end of that week. And you'll be doing chapter 5 and 6 that week and the quiz for chapter 5 and 6. But each of those chapters, we're only covering 2 sections out of those chapters. Similarly, in the week of the 13th, we're only covering 2 sections in chapter 8. And then the final week, you'll be reviewing for the final and taking the final on Friday, the last day of the class. Best wishes to you. Let me know if you have any questions. Also, let me know if you'd like to do an online meeting with me. I'm going to set that up in Adobe Connect. So please let me know if you would like to meet online this week with any questions or problems you're having, and give me some dates and times that you would be available to me. Bye-bye.